Hi guys. So if you've been keeping up with my channel, you know that I have a lot of life updates. I'm kind of changing my whole life around. My husband has been kind of MIA from my channel for the past couple months, really. And I just thought I would sit down and give you guys an update on everything that's going on in my life right now. So first and foremost, you guys know the biggest thing on my mind, and I think on your guys' mind as you watch my channel, is that I'm getting a job. And everybody's wondering about that. I had a job interview today and everybody was asking me how it went because I made this TikTok where I showed getting ready and I showed my outfit, and I actually wore a crop top for the interview because it was on Zoom, and also it's like a social media position, so it's like a casual thing. It's not like a fancy business thing. But anyway, a lot of people were bullying me for wearing a crop top, but I digress. My point is I did a job interview and it was my second interview, okay? I had already interviewed with these people one time, but that was just on the phone and that was just with one lady. So this one was my second interview, like a follow-up interview, because they were actually really interested in me. And this one was on Zoom with 3 people from the company, including the first lady who I already interviewed with. So I was so nervous, guys. I don't think you guys understand. Like, I wasn't like scared that I was inferior for this job, because in case you guys don't know, it's literally a social media manager position. So it's essentially what I'm doing now. The only difference is that I would have a boss and a structure and a 9-to-5 type of thing. And so it's more professional, obviously, and it's more structured and there's a lot more accountability, but that's the only real difference. And I'm like 100% confident I can do it. So I don't know why I was so nervous. I think it's just because I've never really had a job interview before. Like, I worked at H&M when I was a kid for like a month, but like that was me being interviewed by a 20-something-year-old store manager who was just like, so what are your hobbies? Like, it wasn't a big deal, but to me, like, this is a big deal and it's important to me. And honestly, I really want the job. Like, I really do. A lot of people were asking me, like, are you still excited about it? Do you still want that? Are you sure you even want to do that? And the more that I think about it and the more that I interview and the more that I get to know the people who I might work with, like, the more I want it. And I'm like really, really, really nervous that they're not gonna hire me. Again, not because I think I'm incompetent, because they seem to really like me and I know that my skills are like more than enough for them, and they even told me that. They just have to like make a final decision or whatever. But like, my point is, I'm getting ahead of myself. In this interview, I literally had sweat like dripping down my arm because I was so nervous. And it was like everything they said, I would start talking really confidently, and then in the middle of my sentence, I would be like, okay, wait, is that the right thing to say? Am I sounding like an idiot? Do I sound stupid right now? What if I said this wrong? What if I said that wrong? And it was just a whole thing. So at the end of the day, the interview went well, okay? I think. They said they would let me know on like a final decision, and if they do end up hiring me, they said that they need someone to start like ASAP. So that could mean changes for my channel like really, really soon, which is kind of nerve-wracking because, I don't know, jumping from doing 3 videos a week and doing YouTube full-time and only focusing on my own social media to doing a full-time 9-to-5 job for somebody else is definitely gonna be an adjustment. And I've talked about that a lot in my past couple of videos, but I think I can do it. I'm a very flexible person and I'm used to change, and I'm not used to stability by any means. So I think it will work out if it works out, but I don't know. I don't want to talk about it too confidently or like I'm gonna get it or get my hopes up too much, because I don't know about y'all, but I've been disappointed a lot of my life by human beings in general, but just everything, you know? And I feel like being a naturally positive person, the tendency is always to want the best in everyone and think that everybody wants the best for you. But as I was scorned by the world for many years of my life, I just slowly lowered and lowered and lowered my expectations for everything. So again, it's not that I'm not confident in myself or don't think that I deserve the job or think that they hated me or something. I'm trying to not have expectations, because the last thing I want to do is get really excited and be super confident that I'm definitely going to get this job and then not get it, because then I would be 100 times more sad if I just expect like, okay, I probably won't, or maybe I won't, I just need to wait it out and have no expectation, you know? I don't know, but it's exciting and it's cool. And I honestly felt kind of bad about myself that I was applying for my first real job ever at the age of 22 years old. By the way, I keep saying I'm 22. I know I'm not 22, I'm 21, but I'm almost 22. Okay, whatever. Anyway, but I was talking to my friend yesterday and I was telling her about my job interview, and I was telling her the same feeling that I just described of kind of feeling like I'm like late. She was like, no, I mean, actually you're right on schedule. And I was like, like technically I'm at the age of graduating college, you know? So I actually am not very far behind at all. And I definitely discredit myself and my accomplishments on YouTube because I don't know, I don't have like 10 million subscribers. So I'm like, oh, that's, you know, not enough. And I'm not like successful enough to myself because I'm not wildly popular on YouTube. Like that's kind of how my brain works. So sometimes it's hard to congratulate myself and realize where I am in life and that I've like, you know, been self-sufficient for so many years and that I have, you know, built something up with my sisters and we kept it going for a while and then I continued it on all by myself. Like that is something that I definitely discredit myself for a lot that I need to stop doing. So her comment made me feel a lot better when she said, you're right on schedule, because I'm like, you know what? I am right on schedule. I'm 21 years old and I'm about to have my first big girl job. And honestly, every other adult my age is probably about to have their first big girl job, or maybe they are also feeling way super behind too and they're not even gonna have a big girl job and they don't even know what they want. So many of my friends have no clue what they want to do with their lives and they're kind of in the same boat as me where they're trying to figure everything out. So I need to stop putting myself down. I'm in a good spot and I hope I get the job, but who knows? But anyway, this is the first vlog that Emin has been in like a long time. People were even DMing me and they were like, is she still married? Like, where's her husband? Like, what's up with Emin? Because I even had a couples channel with Emin. Like, I used to have Emin in every single one of my videos. We got married right at the beginning of the pandemic, right before it even happened. And so we spent every waking moment with each other for months on end. And you guys saw us a shit ton. And then suddenly in like March of this year, then he stopped appearing in my videos. And a lot of people were very confused. So he's here, he's alive and well. I thought I would tell you guys. He has been working on his band and he's going on tour in June. I've mentioned that a couple times, but he's just been really busy. Like he's always on a phone call, or he's obsessed with talk to texting now. Like he's some big shot. So instead of typing his text, he's always like, cool, period, into his phone with Siri, which he sounds like an old man. I really can't blame him, but it's really, really weird to have a husband who went from doing basically nothing all day to doing everything all day. It's amazing and it's exactly what I've always wanted for him, but it's definitely weird. So anyway, his mental health is a lot better. I used to make a lot of videos about that and people asked me about his depression, and his mental health in general, I think, is better. It's not the best it's ever been. He definitely needs to find like a solid therapist because he hasn't had like a consistent one in a while, but his depression is definitely not like destroying him. Like he tries to go for a run every single day to prepare for tour. He tries to eat really healthy along with me. He's not like spending the whole day sleeping, which is what he used to do when he was in like peak depression. I actually went through my phone and I found a bunch of videos of him just like laying in bed that I used to film of him because I wanted to show him what it was like for him to be like peak depressed and then show it to him when he was happier so he would feel good about himself. And I actually sent them to him the other day and I was like, hey, remember when you were super, super depressed? So yeah, it definitely comes in waves and he definitely has, you know, better days than others for sure. And unfortunately, depression is one of those things that doesn't just go away if your life circumstances are great. So even though his career is going really well, he's going on tour, he got like all this crazy stuff, he still gets super duper depressed on some days and doesn't want to get out of bed. And it's really a lot to handle as a wife, but honestly, I'm getting better at it. I don't put the responsibility on myself too much anymore. And I think he doesn't try to put the responsibility on me anymore because that's kind of the tendency. And I think we're getting in a really, really awesome groove. So yeah, I'm excited for him to go on tour. I'm gonna miss him a lot, but I'm really, really proud of him. And I thought I would just tell you guys like where the hell he's been because he has not been on my channel in a long ass time. And I understand that. So yeah, I will update you guys on everything. This is so crazy, such an exciting time, but I'll see you guys in a couple days and maybe I'll have an update then. Oh my God. If I have a bad update, I'll be really sad, but whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna think too much about it. Okay, bye.